Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we're going to be talking about, am I a busy idiot? Am I a bit of an idiot in general? And particularly what I learned in Australia, because I am back in the UK after a couple of weeks down under. But let's get started straight away. I've got a new intro, but I haven't got it queued up right now. Let's just check if this stream is live. So if you're watching on the upload, guys, this is a live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Make sure your notifications are turned on. You're obviously subscribed so you can join me live next time I am live. Let's check to see if this is... Jack is in the building. What's up, Jack? See, I'm thinking people might take a while to come into the stream today because it's been, first of all, quite a few days since I uploaded, and also a very long time since I went live. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to come in, but there's lots of things I want to talk about today. Loads of things I want to talk about today, and just to kind of connect with you guys, see what's up. And I don't think this is working as well. Let's check the view count. I think the view count works. We'll get rid of it. Might bring it back on later. But yeah, so loads of things to talk about today. Make sure if you can hear me, just give a little thumbs up, a little 1 in the comments if you can hear me, if you can see me correctly, all that sort of stuff. But the main thing about today is that just a bit of time to reflect on the last couple of weeks and what I learnt. Because the last time I went away for a couple of weeks and really had some time to think was nearly a year ago. It was April 2017. Okay, so I went away for 2 weeks and I came back and I made one of the biggest decisions, the best decisions I've ever made in my life, and that was start my YouTube channel, become an online entrepreneur, start Amazon and affiliate marketing, and it's kind of led to the point today where I can actually do whatever the hell I want when I want, because I can, and help loads of people in the process of doing so. So going away over the last couple of weeks, I kind of had not the same, but similar epiphanies, like moments when I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I need to be doing that, or I need to not be doing that. So that's what I'm really going to discuss today, about maybe some of the mistakes I've been making and some of the things I should be doing or maybe shouldn't be doing. What's up? So Jack Abdul, what's up? Panic777, thank you. Josh, what's up? Steve, hey. Andrew, Craig, Shimmy, Steve, Nicholas, Sarthak, I can't really say that properly, I'm not sure. Nicholas again. Yeah, so what's up, guys? It's pretty cool. Glad to be back. Very hot here in the UK compared to Oz, huh? You must have missed us. Yeah, well, I didn't come back when it was snowing, so I'm glad I missed that. But yeah, it was nice and warm in Australia. A little bit cloudy. There was a storm. There was a cyclone going past the kind of, I guess the east coast of Australia. So it wasn't the best weather the entire time. I managed to get a couple of days of tan, but because the first day I went out, it was super hot. I got burnt, so I couldn't really enjoy it. But yeah, so if you've got any questions, guys, throughout the stream, just hit them down in the old comments section. I will do my best to get to them. Let me just see if these sub counters are still not working. So I will do my best to get to them. Just general questions, but today is really just a time to get back on the YouTube game because I've taken a few days off, and that's mainly because I was just enjoying myself. I was just kind of relaxing, having a good time. Sometimes maybe just hungover. Sometimes not though. Sometimes not. I just kind of wanted to enjoy myself, and then of course a couple of days traveling as well, which was quite cool. If you followed my personal Instagram, you would have seen a little bit more about what I did. If you followed my business one, you would have seen absolutely nothing because I did not upload anything on my business Instagram. However, there's a few things I want to go over today, and that is discussing kind of, am I a busy idiot? And if you know what I mean by that, then you will know what I mean. But if not, I'm going to explain what that is. I'm going to talk about kind of quality of life and the things I realized while I was there, about things I'm doing wrong here, and talk about how much things will cost that I want to do, and how I'm going to do it, okay, going forward, how I'm going to approach YouTube, how maybe I've approached it, not wrong, but maybe differently now in the past to how I want to approach it going forward. But the main thing is that when you have time to reflect, so I've spent the last however many months, 9 months, 10 months, working really hard and putting in a lot of hours, and sometimes you need to have that little break where you can just kind of have a word with yourself, right? You know, are you other things you are doing, are they the best thing for you going forward? Are you doing them just because, or is there a reason for doing them? So that's what I was kind of thinking about while I was away, and I had a lot of time to think, which is one of the big things that I wanted to do. I wanted to see how other people live their lifestyle and see if it was for me. And I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it was kind of nice. Being able to not do much. And because I cut out a lot of the things I was doing, so I cut out some of my YouTube videos, I cut out some of the things I do on a day-to-day basis, then I actually found out that a lot of the things I was doing, I didn't actually need to do. And some of the other things I was doing, I needed to batch together. So for example, let me talk about support. So emails, Facebook groups, stuff like that. Now, I pride myself on my support for my kind of personal brand and my courses and stuff like that. I pride myself on that support I give people. But when I'm at home, this is where the busy idiot comes in. This is why I'm a busy idiot. So if I get an email now, I'll respond to it pretty quickly. If I get a message on Facebook, I'll respond to it pretty quickly. I do have a bit of a backlog, but I normally get to it pretty quick, to be honest, because I've got nothing else to do. I'm just sitting at home, nothing much else to do. I don't really go out, do much in the town because it's not a very nice town. So I will do things as and when they come in. Now, when I was away, I didn't have that same luxury. First of all, because you guys are all awake while I'm asleep, so I couldn't get back to people straight away because I was literally sleeping. But also I was going out, I was doing things, going to the beach, like going to have food, all that sort of stuff, socializing. So I started to batch my items together way more efficiently. So I started to batch all of my emails together, batch together any support I had to give people from like the Amazon course or affiliate course or anything like that. My free Facebook groups, they just took a back seat, and I let my outsourcer do all the work for me. So I hire someone that answers questions. She doesn't answer as me, she answers as herself, but I just left it to her. And nothing happened, no kind of bridges were burnt or anything like that. Everything continued as usual. But what I did do, the main thing I did, was batch items together. Batch things that I was doing on a daily basis, sporadically through the day, but batch them into a 15-minute or half an hour period, and my productivity went through the roof. So I was able to do all of my work very, very, very quickly without having an adverse impact on any of my businesses. So the only one that I felt a little bit bad about was Amazon. I only logged in like 2 times while I was away. Nothing happened to it, which is pretty good. I do have to do some work on my PPC campaign to optimize it a little bit more, which is fine. It's just because I literally did not log into it. The affiliate side of things, affiliate incomes continue to come in as usual. I spent 0 time on that. Personal brand, I did less videos, but again, nothing was impacted by doing that. And I will talk to you today, guys, about a new stream of income that I will be starting, which is going to tie into some of my new goals that I've got, which I will go through with you in a second. Let's have a little look. I need to start doing Shopify. Mentioned it before. He said no. I'm not really into. I'll do Shopify if it was selling like my own products, but if it's doing drop shipping, then I wouldn't do it. If that's what you mean. Filling out the carp. What's the carp? Don't know what that is. Carp 4. Amazon doesn't have the address I'm meant to ship to in the drop-down menu. Not sure what you mean. Amazon was good while I was away. Yeah, it was good. It had some good spike of sales. On average, it was doing quite well, to be honest. I think just before I went away, I had a tiny little hijacker, but I got rid of them pretty quick. It was not a problem. But I just left it to it. This is the thing. This is why I've set up the particular business models that I wanted to set up, is that I want income streams that are passive, so that if I go away for a week or if I don't look at something for a few days, it's not going to adversely impact it. I was really surprised. So this was a test for me, so a test for myself as of can I go hands off for a few days? And yes, you can, and it made literally 0 impact. So that just goes to show that it works. Going to open a business account today. The £6 a month charge on transactions made overseas, buying off Alibaba overseas transaction. Yes, it would be. Yeah. So it's not overseas. You're not physically overseas, but you're going to be doing a currency conversion. What bank is it with? Just go with a different bank. If you need to go with a different bank, I'm with RBS. Most banks they will charge you if you're in the other country. So, for example, if someone's sending you dollars, so say you get sent dollars to your personal account or to your business account, then normally the bank will charge you to convert it. It depends what you mean by that. If you're unsure, just pay with PayPal. To be honest, are you enjoying what you do? Yes, 100%. I thoroughly enjoy what I do. How many products on Amazon at the moment? There's one live at the moment. I thought you were just an idiot. Great. Cheers, Brad. Nice. Thank you, Brad. I actually did link one of your videos in my description. I might just delete that now. I'm just going to delete that, Brad, because you called me an idiot. No, but actually, let's talk about that. So one of the things, so Brad Riley, if you can see him in the comments, one of my G's, we know him very well. And I was speaking to him the other day. I'm going to be working with him over the next few weeks. And he did a video which was, I've linked it down in the description. It's about how much your like ideal life would cost, right? How much would it cost to live like a millionaire? And it's a lot less than you think. And I watched this video and I had some time. And it literally came at the exact right time for me where I was thinking about, I want to improve the quality of life. And I worked out how much it would cost for me to have my ideal house, like really like nice car, like sick car, go on holidays a lot more, do the things that I want to do. And I worked it out, and actually, technically I could afford most of it now, but I want to be able to work on something to pay for it, if that makes sense. So I'm going to discuss that, but rather than explain it in total, go watch Brad's video after we finished here. I'll put it down in the description. It's a really cool video. It's a cool one. It's important to trademark brands and logos. If you want it to be a lasting brand, then yeah, it's a good idea. If you just kind of private labeling on Amazon and it's your first product, you don't need to trademark it straight away. However, if you have a product that you think you're going to get loads of hijackers or is going to be something that loads of people will try and sell your product, then yes, get it trademarked. It'll be a lot easier for them to get people off of your product or off of your listing on Amazon if it's trademarked, if you have a trademark on it. How much money have you made this year? I'm not quite sure. What month is it? Probably around 50 grand. I thought you were dead. Thank God you're back. Cheers, David. No, I just took a few days off just from recording videos. I'd rather, I just wanted to have a few days to just reflect and look at how I'm going to approach everything going forward. Very similar way, but I'm going to go into it, I think, in a second, actually. What are your thoughts on using Viral Launch for Amazon FBA UK? Yeah, so Viral Launch is pretty good. I've used Viral Launch. I've used JumpSend as well. I do prefer Viral Launch for the launch side of things. I think it's a little bit better. Which should you use if you had the choice? Both, maybe. Like if you have the units to give away, why not use both? Viral Launch is, I think, $100 to do a launch, whereas JumpSend is free to do a launch. So that's the only difference there. I just think Viral Launch is slightly better for the product launch side of things. In terms of for product research, then just Jungle Scout. I don't use Viral Launch product research because I don't think it's even supported in the UK. I don't think you can even use it for the UK. So there we go. What do you think of Kindle publishing? If you can do it, fantastic. I've not done it myself, but yeah, if you can do it, why not? If it makes money, I'm down for making money, wherever it comes from. Right, let me talk about this. Okay, so we've got 25 people in. All good. Everyone can hear me. Wicked. So, as I said, the last time I went away for a couple of weeks, I had time to think. For any of you guys, you might be able to appreciate this. You might be able to kind of align with me on my thought process that for kind of entrepreneurs or people that really want to make a success, it's all about self-development, and taking time away to think sometimes is the most important thing you can do, because you get time to look at your own self-reflect, and think about how you're going to develop in the future and become a better version of yourself, into the future. So last year I did exactly that, and my brain's always ticking about how can I do this, how can I do that, how can I make money. I'm not normally that sort of person that can just switch off completely. I'm always thinking about something, and I know many of you will be exactly the same, so I know you'll appreciate this. That last time I had a big aha moment. I had that moment when I was like, right, I'm doing something wrong. I've worked in companies for years. I worked for Apple for years. I did like recruiting. I did like magazines and stuff, and it was never getting me to where I wanted to be. I was never making the money I knew that I could earn. I was struggling so hard to make more money, but I was putting all my effort into the wrong position, and that's why I started like my YouTube channel, to document me making money, right? Making money online, quitting my job, and it happened way quicker than I thought it was going to happen. That decision, that self-reflection moment, was massively influential on every single thing I did up until this point today, right? I would not be in this position if I did not have that. If I didn't take those 2 weeks off, and I didn't have time to just chill out, okay, and think. I'm not saying you should do this all the time, but I do think it's important to do it every now and again. Last couple of weeks, I did exactly the same thing. I was able to look back at the last year and what I've been able to accomplish, how I did it, and look at really what I'm doing that is making a difference and what I'm doing that is not making a difference, and what I'm going to do in the future to make sure I can get to the next level, okay? How do I increase my income level? How do I increase the amount of time that I have available to myself to do the things I want to do? How do I increase the amount of people that I can help? How do I support the people around me financially? So those are the things that were going through my mind. And the first thing I realized is I am a busy idiot. Okay, I do a lot of things because they're there to do, because I don't have anything else better to do. And I've realized now, by batching those items together or not doing them entirely, that it made absolutely zero difference. It made zero difference if I batch things together or if I don't do them. Some things you have to do, you can't cut out. So I've realized I'm a busy idiot. Many of you guys will probably be able to look at yourself and think the same thing. I certainly am. So that's one thing. Tick, idiot. Yeah, I'm one of them. I realized that the quality of life of where you live is really influential in terms of your happiness. Now, I don't live in a bad house or anything like that, but it definitely could be better. Like, a lot of you guys sometimes say, like, I should put the heating on. And the reason, because I always wear like jumpers in my videos, the reason being is that to my right hand side is a kitchen which is not heated, which has like a draft that goes through to my left hand side, which you'll see is stairs and like other rooms. So there'd be a big draft that comes through the house. I'm stuck in the middle of it. That's why it's very cold where I sit. Not the ideal environment. I'm in a dining room. If I want to do videos in anyone else's home, they can hear me. I can hear them. It's not the ideal work environment for someone that does what I do. So that's one thing. I've decided that I need to move to another house. I'm going to rent. So I rent this place. I do own a property in Norwich at the moment. I had that valued yesterday, which is really cool. I made a lot of money on it, which is awesome. I have it remortgaged this week, which is fantastic. So I'm going to continue to own that house. However, I will probably end up moving out of this place at some point in the future within the next few months. I don't know exactly when, and moving into another rental property, which is significantly nicer, 2 or 3 bedrooms, probably 3 bedrooms. It has to have a driveway. It has to have an office space or an extra bedroom. So either 3 bedrooms and no office, or 2 bedrooms and an office space. It's getting really dark in here all of a sudden. It has to have an awesome kitchen, like really nice garden area, so I can have loads of people around, friends around, and enjoy the quality of life a bit. Why is it so dark in here? I don't know why. You can see me, guys. So that's one of the things I'm going to be doing. I have a budget for that, and I will discuss that in a second. The next thing, I want a sports car. I want a sports car really, really badly. I've wanted one for most of my life, and I've decided that I'm going to do it. I've got a budget for it. I will be not buying it outright because I don't want to put loads of money into something that I won't be able to take advantage of. I'd rather put money into business. So I will be leasing it, so financing it either on hire purchase or a PCP finance. And I have a budget for that. The first car I wanted was a little bit out of my price range, unfortunately, but I will get it eventually. I'm probably going to get an Audi R8. And the reason being is that even the old ones, they look really nice, and you can get a really nice spec. They look pretty sick, and you can get them for a fairly cheap, for a sports car, they're probably the cheapest sports car you can get, being the kind of the best street cred. Probably going to get that very, very soon, and I'm going to explain to you how I'm going to pay for it. And then on going from that, I think next year I would thoroughly like a Lamborghini. And I know you guys might be like watching this thinking, what is this guy talking about? He is talking out his ass. If you don't want it, you ain't going to have it. So I'm just saying those are the things I want. And if I can pay for them, even better. So I'm just going to have a little brief through these comments. I'll come back to them in a second. And the other thing is I need to go on holiday more. So I'm going to go on holiday again in April, mid-April, somewhere nice and hot, probably Dubai or Portugal or somewhere like that. And then maybe a couple more times this year, and just go do some more things with entrepreneur type people, like go to events and stuff like that. So that's the main thing. So how much will it cost? Okay, this is why I want you to go and watch Brad's video, is because he breaks down his ideal lifestyle and how much it would actually cost, how much he has to earn to be able to have his ideal life, like the best life possible. And if you've not I think, now Brad, if you're still watching this, if you're still in there, this is also discussed in Tony Robbins' book, right? Money Master the Game. He discusses, you know, how to add up your ideal lifestyle. So do it, because it's always going to be cheaper than you think. For example, I thought my insurance on an Audi R8 or a Lamborghini would be ridiculous. My insurance on a Lamborghini, I think a Lamborghini Gallardo or a Huracan, I can't remember which one I looked at, was £250 a month, or just over £3 grand a year. So that's way less than I thought it would be. Way, way less. So an R8 is a lot cheaper than that. So it doesn't cost as much. A house, if I want a really nice house, that's going to be the biggest expense, probably going to be about £4,000 a month. So that's going to be a lot of money, and that's the one that I really have to think about, but also it's the most important one that I am thinking about, is I want to live in a really nice place. That's always what I've wanted as well. Since I was a lot younger, I've always wanted to live in a really nice place, but I've never thought it was possible. Now I know it's possible. It's just I need to make it happen and make sure I have the residual income and the expendable income to be able to do it comfortably and not spend all my money on it. However, this is a mad thing, right? This is a mad thing. When I was working full time, I would spend all of my money every single month on life, right? I would spend however much money on rent. I have my car still, all my travel, clothes, all that sort of stuff. And by the end of the month, my money would be gone. I'd put some money in savings. I only put a small amount in savings every single month, but all of my money would be gone. Payday comes around, your bank is refreshed with some money, and then you spend it all. Fortunately, I'm not in that position anymore, but I've realized that I only want to spend a small proportion of what I earn. So I will be working with, this is what I'm going to be doing, Amazon, okay? This is my approach to it. How am I going to be able to afford this? A lot of this stuff I'm going to keep very, very similar to what I've done in the past, because I know it's the best way of doing it. So with my Amazon business, I will probably end up creating a separate entity for that Amazon business to keep the liability separate. I'm speaking with my accountant about that before Christmas, and we're probably going to end up doing that very, very soon. So we're going to keep that separate. Any money I earn from Amazon will go back into Amazon. I will never take any money out of my Amazon account in terms of any of my profit until I've reached my goal, which I want to be between £20,000 and £30,000 a month from Amazon. So I'm not going to take any money out until that point. Okay, and that's going to be key to scaling, is being reinvesting your profits. Affiliate marketing is going all right. I earn a okay amount from affiliate marketing every single month, very passively, not spending a huge amount of time on it. There's one thing I hopefully will be working with someone to set up a profitable campaign with me, and they will be mentoring me on that. And that's going to be using things like Facebook ads, Google ads, email captures, follow-up campaigns, nothing to do with YouTube, nothing to do with personal branding. It's all going to be done separately to that. So that hopefully should be within about 4 weeks. And that potentially could be doing about £250 a day. So that's one thing I'm going to be doing to increase my income. Affiliate marketing income will pay for advertising. So Amazon pays for Amazon, affiliate marketing pays for advertising for my personal brand. Personal brand will continue as usual. I may not worry so much about doing daily uploads. Like if I miss a video, if I do 5 a week, I'm going to be okay with it. Whereas before I was very, very anxious about doing that. So I'm going to continue the personal brand. It's always going to be 70, 20, 10, which is 70% value, like free information for you guys, 20% kind of like this is what I sell, and then 10% of just random stuff like that's just a bit funny. So that's kind of generally, if you're setting up a channel, that's what you really want to be looking at. So personal brand will continue as usual. My Instagram is going to be like going like crazy. So I've outsourced the growth of that. So that's a lot's going to be happening with that this year. And the income from the personal brand will be the income that I actually live on. So the other businesses either fund themselves or they fund the personal brand, okay? Then I'm adding a new stream of income. Now this is where it gets a little bit interesting. I'm adding a new stream of income. And the new stream of income is going to be working with my friend Brad. I'm not going to give too much information about this, but if you know him, you'll know what he does and the passive nature of what he does. I like passive income. It's all about being passive. So I'm working with him to set up another passive income stream from scratch, no actual hard work put in. Let me hide that comment. Thank you for that. Yeah, so, and that's basically going to pay for my car. So the idea is, as soon as I can make £3,000 gross from that, I will buy the car. And that's the main thing. So net, it will be about half of that, so £1,500 a month. then I'll get a car. So there we go. There we go. Let me pop back through the comments. What do you guys think about that? How old am I? I am 27 years old. I know, it sucks. Oh shit, I missed some comments. Where am I? Am I planning more business trips this year? Business trips. Yes, I will do more business trips this year. 100%. Do you think that it's okay to pick a medium competitive product on Amazon UK? Yeah, it depends what you class as competitive or medium competition. Feel free to email me. I'll give my 2 cents on it. It does really depend on the profit margin that you can get. It's okay to go to a more competitive product if you have a larger profit margin, so you can spend more money on advertising and PPC. If you have a very low profit margin, then you do not want to get into a competitive market or even a medium competitive market, because you won't be able to afford to rank your product and keep it ranked. That's the main thing. But yeah, if you any questions, particularly Alex, just send me an email, so it's not kind of in a public forum, and then I'll give you my feedback on it. It's hard to say without seeing the product and seeing the numbers. Bob, found your channel, nice. 18, going to finish sixth form soon. Looking for some other options than uni. Any ideas? Would love to have freedom to travel for a few years. Just look into the different online business models. It doesn't even have to be online. Look at social media marketing. The only things I can talk about is the things I know. So look at social media marketing, affiliate marketing. You can look at Amazon. You can look at personal branding. Those are the things that I can talk about. Those are the things that I can show you other people that do them. But really, you have to find something that works with your personality. That's the main thing. That is the main thing. Something that works with your personality and your kind of habits and how you want to make money. How much money do you want to make? Can I use Amex to pay on Alibaba and then pay off my Amex bill with the business account? Is that allowed? As long as you can pay, you might not be able to pay with the Amex. You might have to pay with PayPal through Amex and then pay that off with your business account. Or you could just get a business Amex. I'll have to double check that. I can't remember the exact payment methods in terms of cards that you can use, because I know you can use like Visa and MasterCard and everything like that. I just can't remember if you can use Amex. But you can, alternatively, you can pay using PayPal and have your PayPal come from your Amex. That does work. Made your first affiliate sale outside of your group with your ebook. Nice. Nice one, Craig. I'll send you some money. Followed up with you on IG about YouTube coaching, build a brand. Just shy of 800 subs, wanting to learn from you. Hope to hear back from you. Yeah, so just to let you know, guys, I've had loads of questions about this, about my coaching. I've unfortunately had to basically block off all of my coaching until the end of April. The reason being is that I'm getting everyone book coaching calls, and sometimes I have to reschedule them or turn people down because I don't have the time. Or there are times that I can't do. And it's so basically what I'm going to do is I've always said that I'll only do 2 a week. Those are booked. I am not able to book any more coaching calls until the end of April. If you really need to speak to me, email me. But this is the thing. I wouldn't be able to do it without charging a huge amount of money to make it worth my while, to be honest. And I don't want to do that because I don't feel like I'd be able to give you enough value to make the money worthwhile. I'd rather just kind of limit them and not do them. And I'll answer emails for free. You can email me any of your questions. I will always answer them, every single email, for free. So if you really need to talk to me and you have questions, you can do that. It's just coaching calls are a little bit harder for me to actually do. Oh yeah, we got a. Oh, I didn't see it. We had a subscriber. I missed it. Edwin. Just rent a car and reinvest money into FBA. I wouldn't rent it because it'll be more expensive. I have a good credit rating. I have enough money to do a higher purchase, so I wouldn't actually rent it. And also, it's not your car. You can't do anything to it, so I can't change anything. Whereas if you have finance on a car, technically you own the car. It's just you owe money on it, so you can change the car if you want. You can add stuff to it. You can change the wheels. You can do whatever. Stacking Profit, love the name of your channel, by the way. Came across your channel recently and love your content. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you. Like Stacking Profit, love it. 27, you look young. and you have nice hair. Thank you very much. It's moisturize daily, guys. Moisturize daily, and you will have lovely skin. I was told that by someone I used to work with, and you know what? He had lovely skin and looks a lot younger than he was. When you come to the US, I do not know. I do not know. I do need to come to the US this year. I am going to go. I just don't know exactly when. The cart form is a form you need to fill out to let Amazon know when you'll be. Okay, so I don't personally fill that out. Normally, the freight forward would do that, or the shipping agent like FedEx. So I've never done it myself. But they don't have my fulfillment center as an option. I'm not sure. You need to speak with Amazon. Call up Amazon, Ryan, and see what they say. Because any forms like that, I wouldn't personally do myself because I don't deliver my products to Amazon myself. I have my either freight forwarder do it or delivery like FedEx or DHL. So they would fill out that form. Patrick, congrats on the channel growth. Cheers, mate. Hope your YouTube is going well as well. I won the PayPal thing and didn't get anything. That's because you unfortunately missed it by about a week. Unfortunately. So I said on the video, if you didn't get in touch with me, I would hand off the prize to someone else, which I did. So you got to get in touch quickly with these. You got to get in touch within the day. Here's a question: how will I pay the UK duty and VAT when my goods come to the UK? So it depends on which agent you use. So literally, like here, I've got a thing. I'm not going to show it to you. It's a letter from FedEx. So I've got to pay my duty and tax invoice. So I pay that. Well, they post me the invoice, and then I just pay their. I actually need to do that really badly. Yeah, that's like 3 weeks overdue. So yeah, that's how you do it. Unless you're getting sea shipping, in which case you'd get your shipping agent to clear it for customs. They'd give you the bill. You pay it over direct debit, or you pay it over bank transfer, and then they release your goods from customs. It's pretty easy. Nothing to worry about. Literally, don't worry about it. If you're going with FedEx or DHL or anyone like that, they will either have you do it over the phone, or they will do like FedEx do. They will just post you an invoice. Have you got video and UPC codes? Not on my channel. In my course, I do. Matt, what's up? Thank you. Should I make custom packaging with my own logo on the box from the very beginning? If you can do, yes. The more money you can put into branding, the better. The better your product will be, the better the branded it is. So if you can afford to do a really nice logo packaging, then yes, do it. Highly, highly, highly recommend doing that. Is there any books I've read recently that completely changed your mindset? Favorite book a few years ago, The Richest Man in Babylon. I haven't read that. The big ones for me, and this will always be the big one for me, and it's one that people talk about all the time, and it's the 4-Hour Work Week. I read this quite a while ago now, and it was a game changer. I at the time I thought, yeah, really, come on, like 4-Hour Work Week, and just the way that Tim Ferriss sets up his kind of businesses. And little did I know, like a year and a half or 2 years later, I can't remember exactly when I read it, that I would literally have a similar business model where I don't touch any of my inventory on Amazon. I sell digital products. I have affiliate marketing, and I could technically live the 4-Hour Work Week if I really tried. I could work the 4-Hour Work Week, but I don't yet. So that's my favorite book. That's the one that really changed it for me. Am I running as a limited company or sole trader? I'm running as a limited company at the moment. The reason being is it's way more tax efficient. Way, way, way more tax efficient. If I was earning the same amount as I earn now, I'd be paying 40% or half of it or whatever on tax. Because I am a limited company, my effective tax rate is a lot lower. It's significantly lower, actually. So the main thing is, for me, is tax. However, there are other things to do with liabilities on, say, for example, someone hurts himself with an Amazon product or any of my physical products, then they could sue me personally if I'm a sole trader. Whereas if I have a limited company, I am separate to the company, which is very, very important, especially if you have assets like you own stuff or you have a house or anything like that. You don't want anyone coming after your personal goods. So that's 2 reasons. Yeah, I will be setting up a second limited company this year. My first company I set up. I'll do another video on this about how my first business failed a few years ago. I'm still using the same business, the same everything. So I just need to create another separate entity to run things differently. Can you go through your dream lifestyle and cost? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can definitely do that. I will do that on another video, Brad. Definitely do that on another video. I still need to get some costs together. I am doing that now. I've realized that a lot of things I always like dreamed of having, I can have them now. That's the main thing I've realized, but I just feel a bit worried about doing it. I don't like spending money. Am I planning on enlarging my Amazon business? Yes, absolutely, significantly so. Different countries, potentially. I'm still going to focus on the UK. I am keeping an eye on Australia because they've just launched in Australia. The only problem is there's no real tools that you can use to analyze sales yet, and find products yet. But that's one I'll keep an eye on. US, I'm not massively fussed with the US. It's a nice market. It's a good market. If I find a product for it and it looks good, I can go for it. The thing is with Amazon, once you learn how to do it, it becomes very, very, very easy, like incredibly easy and not a big deal. If I want to sell in the US, I want to sell in France or Germany, whatever, it's simple, very, very simple. So yeah, Amazon will be getting bigger this year. I have big goals for Amazon this year. All of my different streams I have big goals for. Just got to do it. That's the only problem. How many spreadsheets do you have? How often do you update them? One spreadsheet. Oh, cats are fighting. Now I have one spreadsheet which is my kind of income, and then for my accounts I have three spreadsheets. So there's receipts, which is any money that you spend, income, which is your income, and then I have like mileage. So mileage. So I just write down if I drive to like Norwich, then I can put in how many miles I drove, and then how much money that relates to in terms of fuel. Is it fuel allowance? What's it called? Mileage allowance, whatever it is. And then accountant takes that. All good. They sort it out. Tim Ferriss is awesome. Love his podcast. Yeah, he's wicked, dude. Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, it's a good one. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Yep. Fast Lane Millionaire. Not seen that one. Not read that one. What do you think I should invest in, real estate or stocks? You could probably make more money on stocks, but real estate is way, way more steady, I guess. Like, for example, I bought a house 2 years ago. I passively made over 50 grand on it by doing nothing. I don't even live there. So that's to give you an idea. Can't cut it. You see the cats in the corner up there. We're doing vegan product tasting recording. What are you talking about? Oh, nice. I just saw your previous message, Amina and Greg. Vegan product tasting. That's awesome. Yeah. When's the video coming out? What are your cats' names? I'm not telling you. Do you believe in the law of attraction? 100%. Yes, I do. 100% believe in the law of attraction. 1,000,000%. Yeah. That's why I have on my back. This is exactly why I have like stacks of like cash, just sitting on my desk. While I was away, I bought these. This is my latest purchase. Stupid, I know, but I bought like gold playing cards. So they're like really cool. Let me see if I can see that. Yeah, gold playing cards. Other way up. Just because I like them. They're gold. I like shiny stuff. I have the money on the desk, on my phone, wherever my phone is. It's in my pocket. Let me just check there's nothing on it that I can't show you. Let me just get rid of that. So for example, on my phone, I have the background Lamborghini. And then the other background is also a Lamborghini as well. So every single day I look at that, and I'm going to have one of them. I will 100%, I will buy one of those. I don't know when it is, but the law of attraction will make it happen. What car do I have now? You guys are going to be jealous of my car now. It is a Stella. It is an incredible 1.2 TSI Volkswagen Polo in black. Yeah, it's crap. I bought it new, so it's been a good car. Very, very cheap. Again, I put it on a PCP finance, so that means that you have a balloon payment at the end, which makes the car very, very cheap to actually own. But I'm going to keep that for a bit because it's just cheap. It's like super, super cheap. And then I'll get the sports car for kind of having fun. And eventually, I will replace the Polo with something like a Range Rover. High grade J, good day, mate. Glad you're back. Thank you. Nice to see you. Now, we end up paying VAT twice. No, you never pay VAT twice, ever. You only ever pay 20% of the value of the product. So if you import it into the country, you pay 20% of the value of the import cost. If you then end up selling that product for more money, you will owe the government more VAT because the price of that product has now been inflated. If you never sell that product, you never make any money on it, so you never sell it, it's a little bit different. But you never pay VAT twice. It's not like you pay 20% now and then you pay 20% when you sell it, because that means you're going to pay an effective rate of like 34%, or I don't know. So yeah, you don't pay VAT twice, ever. You physically pay it. You physically pay it twice, if that's what you're saying, but you don't pay 20% twice. Do you think UK market is good for real estate, or America, or even I have no idea about America or Ireland. UK, it depends where you buy. I know, for example, where I live at the moment, the market is a bit down, whereas in Norwich, where I own my house, the market is up. So it really depends on where you buy. Yeah, I have no idea about the other places. Millionaires become millionaires because they find multiple ways to make money doing what they're already doing. That's interesting. I believe this is why you're killing it, dude. That's a very interesting way of thinking about millionaires and millionaires, because they find multiple ways to make money doing what they are already doing. That's super important, and that's where the passive nature comes into it. Like, you can't have like a millionaire, for example, that spends all their time. Say they spend all their time on one business. They can't then start up another business and spend all their time doing both. They need to outsource part of what they do, which is why you have staff. That's why companies have staff, is because one person can't run big companies. With what I do, I don't want to have a massive company. I just want to have me as a company and like little things that I can do, and then outsource little things with it. So I've outsourced pretty much as I can do with my businesses at the moment. I would never outsource anything to do with my YouTube, because why would I give someone my password? If I give someone my password for my YouTube channel, I might as well just throw it away. So I can't outsource anything to do with that other than thumbnails, which I kind of don't. They don't spend long doing, and like my videos, they don't really need editing. I don't really put a lot of time into them. So yeah, finding ways to make money doing what they're already doing. I love that. Millionaire by 30. I don't know. I'm not sure. I've only got a few years. I'm like 29, 27 in like a month. So. I haven't got very long to become a millionaire. I don't know. And ultimately, I don't really care if I'm a millionaire by 30. I don't think you need to be a millionaire. I really don't. Like, what I've realized is you can have an incredible life and you don't have to make millions. What are you doing out Australia? Just having fun, really. It was a business trip, technically speaking, so I did some work, but yeah, I just chilled out. How much do you do on Amazon monthly? I don't even know this month, but last month was, where is it? I think it was about 3 or 4 grand. I can't even remember. There's something around that mark. I think it's 3.5 or 4 grand. Can't remember. I haven't looked at it, to be honest. I haven't looked at it. I've been very, very lazy these past few weeks. Unfortunately, guys, I'm really sorry. But I'm going to probably go in a few seconds. So the main things for today is make sure you do reflect and you take time to think about what you're doing. Are you doing the right things? Are you putting your time into the right, or are you putting your efforts into the right place? Don't be a busy idiot like me. I will be basically moving house. I will be buying a nice car, be going on holiday more. I've just got to be able to pay for it. So I've set a goal: if I can make 3 grand through this new stream of income, so that it's taking zero money out of what I already earn. If I can earn it all from a new stream of income, I'm going to buy an Audi R8. And then if I can scale that to like 10 grand a month, then I will only use that money for 2 things, and that is cars and a house. So it won't be used for anything else, like other than living and traveling, like a car cost. And then the Amazon business will pay for the Amazon business, the affiliate will pay for advertising, and then the personal brand will be for general having fun. So there we go, guys. There we go. That's kind of my thoughts behind the process. Whether my process behind the thought process? I don't know. Not really sure. Do you think you should go to university? In high school, looking to get into Amazon FBA in America since there's high demand, but I'll be studying accounting in college. hey, like I don't know, like I went to university. I actually enjoyed university. Loads of people say don't go to university, and to a certain extent, like yes, it was technically a waste of money, but I really enjoyed it. I did music. I did music technology. I was a musician at the time. I loved music, so I was doing what I loved. So I liked uni. I thought it was good. I met loads of people, had a great time, learned loads of stuff. Was it a waste of money? Technically, yes, it was a waste of money. I didn't need to go. In terms of FBA, yeah, start wherever you can make money. The big thing for business, and a lot of people always ask me, should I do this or should I do this? Like, just find an opportunity and go for it. If it's not the best one, well, you'll figure that out in the future. But the act of doing it will then, like, more opportunities will present themselves to you because you took action on one thing. So I will do a video about this in the future. Sorry, my first business, it failed. It didn't make any money. I couldn't live off of it, and it didn't work. Okay, and this is a few years ago now. However, I would have probably never got to the point now unless I had already failed before. Unless I took action and realized, what works and what doesn't work, and hey, I'm just not going to do the things that didn't work. So I learned a lot from it. So the main thing is get started. If it's in America and you find an opportunity for a product, just go and sell it. Do it. If it's in the UK, do it. If it's in Australia, do it. Like, if you find an opportunity and it can make you money, go and do it. You have your Amazon FBA course about Amazon FBA and channel about Amazon FBA. Multiple ways to make money doing what you're already doing. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, very good point. Very good point. Abdul, legend, Johnny, thank you. Thanks for your advice. Great stream as usual. It's my pleasure. Do you have any inspiration from your trip to Oz? Any thoughts, plans, business links over there? The main thing I saw there is the quality of life in Australia is just way better. It's just so much better quality of life. And that's why I came back and I decided that I need to increase my quality of life, because I can. And this isn't in like I kind of feel weird talking about it. It's not in a like big-headed way or anything like that. Like I can afford to live a nicer lifestyle than I'm living. It's just I don't, because I'm what's the right term? Like spending adverse. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but I don't really like spending money. I don't really like clothes. I don't spend a lot of money on clothes. Like shoes, I don't really buy like nice shoes. The only things I spend money on is technology. I love technology, and that's the thing I spend money on. But I don't spend money on a lot. However, I realised that I need to put more money into my accommodation, into where I live, because that's where I work. That's the main thing. That's the big thing for me, and that's what I've realised by going away. And I need to do more things that are income producing and less things that are just me being busy. Me being a busy idiot. But that's just me. That's just me. Not everyone's like that. Some people like doing that, which is cool. But if you did see one of the videos I put out when I was over there, I referenced a couple of Ty Lopez videos, and they were like, I got quite a few dislikes on that. I don't know why, but probably because I talked about Ty Lopez. Don't know. But one of the videos he was saying about, hard work doesn't equals money. Hard work does not equals income. Smart work does. And the hardest people that work in the world, the people that work the hardest, they earn the least amount of money. So you need to figure out the least amount of work you can do for the most amount of output. And that's just like how engineers look at creating a machine. Like, what's the most minimal amount of energy you can put in to get the most maximum amount of energy and output out? Like, business is the same. What's the smallest amount you can put in to the biggest amount out? Which is why, like, passive income is why I believe it's the best thing to do. Like, with Amazon, with affiliate marketing, like personal branding, is it passive? Like, sort of. It's the least passive of mine. But I won't ever now start up and do things that are not passive, that I can't do without a minimum level of input. So that's a big thing. Big thing. Well, I'm going to go now, guys. I'm going to go. Look. Let's briefly buy a house in Gold Coast. Sweet. Yeah. Awesome. Guys, if you've got any questions, it's cracking on now in terms of time. If you've got any questions, then feel free to reach out to me, info@johnnybradley.com. Always happy to answer questions. Make sure if you are interested in Amazon, I've got the free Facebook groups. You can join them. I have support in there, kind of constant support from my FBA specialist. So she'll kind of dip into there, answer questions and stuff like that. I'll operate in there as well. As always, make sure you are subscribed with those notifications turned on. And I've got some cool questions here, but I just don't really have time to answer them, unfortunately. I've got to go to my mum's house. Yeah, I will answer these questions in another live stream. I'll do a couple of videos this week as well. I will go live again. I'll do some giveaways and stuff like that. It'll be pretty cool. But as always, thank you ever so much for joining me, guys. I am glad to be back in the UK so I can start to do some crazy content for you guys and just continue smashing out the value. As always, thank you so much, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.